Hey everyone, this is Joel.
And Noah from the Wealth is Health podcast.
This podcast is a conversation of our journey to financial health.
We think working till 65 just ain't it, and just like you, we're trying to make sure that never happens.
And if you're interested in letting us know what you're trying to do to achieve financial health and want to join us in our journeys, join the discussion on our Facebook at the Wealth is Health podcast.
Let's tap in.
Hey, hold on.
We back.
No, stop.
Yo, this man.
All that preparation.
I know.
For real.
I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but we are back
you,
though.
bro.
No, I think it's
Yes, sir.
finally time for you to introduce this.
Okay.
Okay.
Introduce me right now.
Hello everyone. My name is Noah, and I'm an alcoholic.
Oh my God. All right.
Oh, that's why we came
Yeah,
here?
this is Alcohol
Yes.
Anonymous, bro. This is an intervention.
It's called an
This
intervention.
is an intervention.
Yeah, that's why we got together. Okay. I missed the memo. But,
All right, bro. Go ahead. Josh,
Alright.
introduce it now.
Okay. Well, they're calling me a crypto god, which I don't call myself that, but I am the crypto guy,
A crypto
the NFT
lord.
guy.
Okay, a crypto lord. I see what you're saying.
Not exactly.
A crypto
but,
king?
Crypto.
a degenerate. I like the crypto
Hey.
degenerate.
Oh
I
my
like that a
God,
lot
bro.
more.
Why do people in the
I'm a
community
total
hate
degen.
themselves so much? It's
Oh, what do you
ridiculous.
mean by that?
I feel like everyone always calls himself like a degenerate, bro. Like, remember how what was his
Oh,
name?
No,
Kid
no,
Rock
no.
and stuff
because
like
I
that?
cool, then
truly,
if you're cool,
I
they say
truly
degen.
am.
Oh, a
They say
degen.
degen if you're cool.
So, in reference to like liking small cap coins and stuff like that, or just like risky gambles and things like that, that's what they mean when they say degenerate. They don't mean like anything like too harsh.
No,
or,
I
like,
know,
negative, you
but
what
it's
I mean?
like they like all have depression, but they're all joking, so it's okay. But they're like, yeah,
Hey,
we
yo.
hate ourselves. Nah, that's how I feel.
Nah, I
The
love
community
crypto.
just hates themselves, but hey, that's what it is.
Oh,
I hate crypto, so you know, hopefully you can
crypto
change my mind.
shade.
Crypto shade,
Man.
stop.
I can't.
No.
I can't pull no teeth. If you buy no
That's
crypto.
fact.
But
No, I actually am.
Try to
I have
persuade
crypto.
you.
I really have crypto, so.
This man is
Okay.
really not going to introduce the pod.
Oh, yo, what's going on, everyone?
That's
Welcome. Welcome back to
I
the
think that's
Episode
why I
Podcast.
know.
Crazy. No, Joel.
No, I wanted Noah to
Go
do
ahead,
it, but
bro.
I really always do it. But what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Wealth is Health podcast. That was the longest introduction ever. Today we have Josh, the crypto lord, second coming, gracing us with his presence. He's going to talk about cryptocurrency because, I mean, I personally
Yes,
have a lot of
sir.
questions about crypto and its legitimacy, and this man has all the answers to it. By the way, I don't hate crypto
All the
at
answers.
all. Yeah, I am invested
Yeah, I
in
don't
crypto.
know if I have all the answers. But
You have a lot of more
he
answers
has,
than
he
I
has
have.
all the answers.
that
you really have
that
all
is
the
true.
He has more answers than I have too. Yeah, that's
Alright,
facts.
bet.
So we're gonna hear about
Let's
that, but real quick,
He's a crypto expert in our mastermind group, basically.
he really is. Yeah, in fact, I actually referred him to one of my clients, and he couldn't help them. The guy also never responded to me. Josh.
He didn't say he couldn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
with mining.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
mining.
do crypto mining personally.
Wait, why don't you
But
crypto mine?
I will.
Like a quick,
Well, I don't have my own place, and
yeah.
they're not cool with it. So
Because
couldn't do
but I'm not. I'm just gonna say, like, he was asking for someone to like start something with. Like, he was like, I have the funds, I just don't have the knowledge about what to mine. And I was like, all right, like I know this dude who
Mhm.
knows about it. And I
Yeah.
actually asked him about it, but he never got back to me. But I would definitely pursue it more if you were interested, because he seems like he's like basically just capital himself. Like that's all he is. So it's like, I don't know if,
all right.
if you're
Yeah,
in-
he just wants someone. He's like, I'll
Yeah,
throw the money at you. Just
exactly.
help me set it up.
He
and
said
stuff.
he wants to build his own
Interesting.
rig. He said he wants to mine like
Yeah.
not foolish coins or whatever. He wants to mine something real. So
See, and this
Yeah,
is
just
what
go
we call
straight for
networking.
BTC.
exactly.
or something, yeah.
That's a live look. But if you're actually interested,
Yeah.
bro, please let me know because I will
No,
definitely hook you up.
legitimately, like I think crypto mining is. I know people that do it full time. I know one person that does it full time, and like he does it very well. So
Yeah.
I know it works. You know, firsthand. And obviously, you see all the stories and stuff. People do very well crypto mining. You know,
All right, so I'll be sending your contact his way then. Again.
send my
Since I
stuff
already
his
did
way,
it.
bro. I'm down. Yeah,
Oh,
I think
good.
we were talking about it in the WhatsApp, and I was like not fully understanding what he was asking. 'cause,
Yeah,
like,
so it's
you know,
kind of nice that I
yeah.
can actually talk to you about it. But
WhatsApp is trash. We got to make a Discord.
Oh
but
my
anyway.
no, stop. I don't
gosh,
think
bro,
that's ever
that's
going to
crazy.
happen, bro. Stop. No way.
Yeah, I know. Jason said he was gonna do it like 6 months ago. I mean,
Yeah, this man is not
Bro,
going to do
there
it.
is a
Nah,
Discord.
nah.
There is a Discord.
Oh, yeah.
I just think
There-
We already have it.
Exactly, and it
Oh, you
doesn't
guys
work.
just don't use it.
It's just
Oh.
like not
Nah.
as efficient. I feel like as WhatsApp.
Listen,
No, I
I'm
feel
a
like it is if we actually use it how it was meant to be used.
crypto
but
people use Discord. I'll say that, and Telegram,
Yeah, they
which
do.
I hate Telegram. Telegram's trash.
Telegram is basically
Telegram.
WhatsApp.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's basically,
basically
that. But
WhatsApp.
that's what crypto people use a lot. Like these companies will make like Telegrams and stuff. And
That's
Discords.
interesting. But yeah, hold on. We
Mhm.
didn't even talk about your legitimacy. So Josh is the crypto expert in our
But
group.
terrible source.
Nah, stop. He's a great
Yo,
source.
this man.
But wait, can you tell him real quick why you're a good source?
Okay, yeah. So the only reason that I like feel comfortable talking about it is because I've exchanged so much money and I have all that all that experience going for me. I pretty much spend at least like 4 to 5 hours every single day with my eyes just glued to my computer, like doing anything with crypto and NFTs. So I've definitely exchanged more money than most people have with the NFT space. So I feel comfortable talking about it and teaching people about it. So
That's awesome. Wait, so what do you do like as your day job, or is this what you do full time?
So,
Bro, this is not
just-
what we ask people.
This is what you asked. No, this is what you asked me.
What is your day
haven't
job?
had a- we haven't had a
I don't
meeting in
mean
a
day
little bit.
job. I
I
don't
feel
mean
like we
day
have to
job.
say like what do you do?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's funny because I just recently started like a couple days ago. I was working with my uncle, but he's back to driving, so I'm not doing that anymore. I'm working for my friend Griff, who he owns a software company, and I work for his Discord. It's funny that we were just talking about Discord, but I basically am like a support staff, and I find information and things like that. So he has like a section where like people post like crypto and NFT like posts like announcements and stuff like that. Like I tell people what to go for and things like that.
Oh, okay.
And I'm getting paid a little bit more than like 20 an hour to literally do that kind of stuff that I want to do. So it's
That's
actually
awesome.
a pretty sweet deal.
That's some
Yeah,
serious
it's actually
synergy
pretty
right there.
amazing. Yeah, I'm super appreciative of him, and yeah, it's been actually really awesome because I spend all that time doing it anyways, and I'm like helping other people. So it's a little bit of pressure though because like I don't want to be like, hey, go for this, it's guaranteed to make you money because you never know with crypto.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But you've
hey,
been
man,
like pretty
I
successful.
feel comfortable helping people.
You say you've been like
Yeah.
pretty successful doing like that, telling people what to
Yeah,
get and stuff.
I've been pretty consistent as far as like how crazy the NFT space gets. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
okay.
sure.
That's awesome.
Some I didn't sell in time, but they still did as well as I,
As you
So
predicted.
I'd say I've been pretty consistent, but I need to sell
Okay.
more. That's
All
all
right,
I'm gonna
so
say.
just so
You
for
gotta
anyone
take
listening,
more profits is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
For
Oh,
anyone
yeah.
listening,
I've been learning
though.
that though. I've been getting better.
this
There you
man
go.
tells
But it's
other
very
people
important.
what to get. So he's a credible source for this podcast. But
I get paid
disclaimer,
to do it now.
he gets
It's pretty
paid to
cool.
do it. But disclaimer,
It's pretty cool.
if you lose money going with this man's stuff, this is all entertainment. All right, we're just
Yeah,
entertainers.
This is
It's
never
all, it's all on
financial
Josh.
advice.
It's not associated with
Wealth
the
is Health.
Health
Nope,
podcast.
not at all.
The Wealth is Health brand.
Not in any
No
way.
Powers LLC. No.
Exactly.
Right?
But okay, that's awesome. All right, so I mean, I guess then we can get into the questions. Bro,
Yeah, hit me.
Hey,
Let's,
Who
we'll
is
start with
that?
bumping
NFTs.
music, yeah.
like, what is that, bro?
Nah, it's
Not
crazy.
me.
No,
All right,
that's
do you
me.
want to
who's
ask the first
thumping?
question though?
Yes, sir. I
Alright,
want
let's go.
you to please, if you'd be so kind,
Hmm?
tell the people what NFTs are. in the first
It's
place.
literally just digital ownership of anything on the blockchain. It's that simple. A lot of people just think it's pictures, but it's literally anything that's digital ownership on the blockchain. Simple as that. That's what NFTs are.
Can you give us like an
Non-fungible
example,
tokens.
example of like the scope of what you can get as an NFT? I know you said anything, but like something.
I mean, like, it's ownership of anything. Like, if I want to, like, if I'm a music artist and I want someone to own my music, like, I can literally, like, sell that as, like, a token, in someone's wallet or whatever. Like, they own this. Do you know what I mean? Like, it could be music. It could be anything. Art, obviously.
Yep.
It's pretty much endless. I mean, obviously, there's, like, NFT gaming, things like that, which
Mhm.
is kind of similar to, like, do you know what OpenSea is?
Mhm.
OpenSea is the
I
NFT
do.
marketplace. I guess I should explain all that. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
that sounds
biggest
like- I mean, that was basically
Yeah.
the next question anyway, so we might as well just get to it.
Okay, so yeah, OpenSea, which is the biggest, most recognizable name for an NFT marketplace. Coinbase is coming up, but anyways, so you could basically go on there and you could search through the collections. There's stats and stuff like that. You can look at the volume, daily volume, and things like that, and the floor price. The floor price is like the cheapest value NFT of that collection. So basically, like, that's what people use as to see if the collection's growing. You know what I mean? It's based in Ether or ETH, and so a collection's doing really well when like a community is diamond handing and holding a collection. When people are just dumping and flipping it, it brings the floor price down, and a lot of people get scared and start dumping and things like that. But basically, these NFT marketplaces are growing really, really rapidly. I can't share my screen, I don't think, but I could show you.
No, you
some.
can.
No, you can.
Okay.
You can.
I should have
Yeah.
pulled up some graphs then.
I
'cause,
was
like,
gonna tell you
honestly,
before I forgot.
honestly, it's insane. Like, looking at the volume and the numbers, like right now, it's just like a huge turning point where people are just accepting the idea of NFTs. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
like I still get that question all the time. Like today someone was just like, wait, so I can screenshot your NFT?
Yeah,
I
like
literally
screenshot
don't
it.
get it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The right click save.
Yeah.
But I've heard
all I ever say is, can you sell it though? And then they're like, well, no. And I'm like, all right. Then it literally doesn't matter because you don't have ownership. Like, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, like, I still don't get it. Like, why that's important.
Well,
And you know what I mean? So it's like tough for people to wrap their heads around. You know?
I was gonna say what other people say is like that you can't just like right click save because that's the same thing as like going to a museum and seeing the
Taking
Mona
a
Lisa
picture.
and then
That was
taking a
just
picture
thinking
of
that.
it.
I was just thinking
Yeah.
that.
I mean, like, yeah, I own the Mona Lisa. Like, no, you don't, bro.
That's what I'm
But-
saying. It's
and
just
it's
so
because-
weird to people though, because it's literally just a digital image. You know what I mean? It's not like even a physical good or anything. You know?
Well, so what I would say about that is like, so one of the things I was thinking was like, I heard like you can make an NFT of like a clip, right? Like a basketball highlight, an NFT of like this
Yeah,
clip.
yeah. NBA Top Shot. They have that.
But my question
Yep.
is like, how do you physically own a clip from, like, how do you just own a clip? I don't understand
Well,
that part.
it's not physical at all.
It's not physical
all
at
on
all.
the blockchain.
Digital.
How do you physically
Yeah.
on your
Digital.
phone own this digital clip of something that people can, like, what is the value in you
Yep.
owning like this one thing? Or is it just because like the NBA is the one responsible for selling it and that way you can kind of take it?
Well, do you collect anything by chance? Like Pokemon cards, basketball cards, baseball cards, anything like
I'm not
that?
gonna collect camera gear, to be honest, so nah.
So I don't know if you like know anyone
I do
that's
know about
involved
it,
in it or
though.
anything.
I do
but-
know about it, yeah.
Okay, like you kind of understand like the thought process or like the value behind it,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely, yeah.
Like I don't know, like for Pokemon for me, right? It's valuable to me because it's nostalgic. I love it. Like when I look at it, it gives me an emotional feeling.
Baseball
what I mean?
cards, stuff like that.
Yeah, and like those
Yeah.
people that have been watching those sports for years, like they look at a certain player and it evokes like a certain emotion, right?
Yeah.
Like they look at it, makes them happy or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when I look at a certain NFT that I own, like it legitimately like evokes an emotion. Like I feel happy. Like I like it a lot. Like I like the art. I feel super welcomed in the community. Like it's super valuable to me. And there's a lot of incentives for me to hold that. As far as like the video clips and things like that, like if it's a video clip of like a player that you really like NBA Top Shot, for an example,
Mhm.
that might be worth a lot more to somebody than it is another person. But also the supply is so important. Like if there's like 10,000 of them, you know what I mean? It's a lot different than if it's like 100 or a one of one, which obviously is way more valuable because like you control the market. Like it's a 101, you know what I mean?
Okay, so it's
Um,
yeah, okay. So it's literally like digital baseball cards then, or digital whatever cards. In that
Kind of, yeah.
scenario.
Like it's a collectible. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's super similar to me as like the collectibles market because
Yeah.
I actually sell Pokemon cards as well. Like I get them graded, and it's so different from NFTs obviously because like you get them graded like the differences on like a card. I have like Pokemon cards somewhere, but anyways, like some of them have like little damages on them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So you get them graded from a company. With NFTs, you don't have that. Like, you buy it, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But like the physical collectible goods will always have a marketplace. You know what I mean? And then obviously like NFTs are their whole separate thing. But there's a lot of pros and cons for both. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I love physical collectibles a lot. You know what I mean? Like I love being able to hold it and look at it as well. So
Since we're speaking about like the value of NFTs, can you talk about like how NFTs could like potentially play into the metaverse? Because I feel like that's to me where like it becomes interesting, and I see like the value proposition more.
yeah, I get very excited about it. I definitely brought that up last time we were meeting. So
Can you talk about what the metaverse is? I don't know if we've really discussed it with them like that.
you know, I don't know like the best way to explain the metaverse, but it's literally just a digital world where you can basically put NFTs in it. So like sort of like a brand, right? Like a blue chip NFT. Blue chip just means like a top tier brand. Think like Nike or Adidas when you're talking about shoes.
Stocks.
Yeah.
This man said shoes. I'm talking about the company, bro.
That's funny. I was thinking about that.
Sorry, I'm going down the same like thought process
Okay.
because of Bored Ape Yacht Club just collabed with Adidas, so it's kind of trying to like tie it in together.
Oh, yeah.
Like literally like 2 or 3 days ago, they just announced it. To me, huge. Like it's so cool seeing like big brands like wanting to collab with a blue chip NFT, which blue chip is like one of the most popular. They're recognized as like a good long-term investment, blah, blah, blah. Those will be brands that will be huge in the metaverse because all of these big NFTs are getting integration into the metaverse. Like they're all going to be brought alive into the metaverse. I don't even know how to like put it into words. How
Ready Player
how
One.
would you
I
explain?
like
yeah,
Ready
like,
Player One. That's all I think too.
No, I feel
Yeah.
like it's kind of what you said, like
just
like
a digital
being, like,
world,
a digital world, and I feel like we have kind of like
VR. You know?
yeah, VR, AR type of stuff, virtual reality and augmented reality. But I feel like we almost kind of have I don't know how you would say like beta versions of the metaverse in a way.
Yeah,
Even some
like,
of the stuff that we like
they do
use now. Like I feel like even just social media in general is kind of like metaverse-esque. It's just like
You go on there
true,
to get a escape from your reality type stuff. You present your
escape
best
from
self.
your reality, connect with people from like all over the world that you normally like would never be able to reach out to or connect with.
and I love that.
Yeah, this is just taking it to like a whole other level. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like, and you would have potentially like your own avatar and all that.
Correct.
Go ahead.
So while we're on that thought process, that's why these blue chip NFTs are going to be really expensive. They already are, but like these rich people like think like, oh, like they buy like Rolls Royces, they buy physical goods like watches and things like that. You know, like it's going to be so different when we're actually more in a metaverse, like when it's way more acceptable. Like these rich people want to flex. Like they obviously do. Like they have the money. They want to put it to use. They want to flex. They're going to want those really expensive high-end NFTs. And to a certain point, like those people don't want to sell them, which obviously brings the value up even more. And, you know, if you understand like flex culture and stuff like that, like I used to sell like hype shoes and things like that. Like,
yeah,
dude,
me
people
neither,
will do,
but I know what you mean.
people will do anything to get these top tier collectible goods and
fiends.
to flex. They will do almost anything, bro. I've seen people sleep out 2 days in front of a store for a pair of sneakers that resells for like $300 over retail. Like it's stuff like that. Like people will do anything. Oh, they'll pay whatever, bro. And then obviously like people can what's it called? Like rent NFTs, like that'll be a thing. Do you know what I mean? It's like people just want to flex or feel it for a little while.
The craziest thing I've ever heard.
Yo.
So there's going to be a lot of innovation coming out.
Yeah,
like, there's going to be a lot of things coming out, and people will pay
that too.
a lot of money.
Yeah, but so like when you're talking about like flex culture and even like shoes and like maybe watches or cars or whatever, like instead of people actually having them in real life, they're
going to want digital cars and digital watches.
Like the NFT, NFT version of it, so that their avatar like within whatever metaverse they have to be in.
That's a crazy thing.
And these big brands will release NFTs into the metaverse.
They take
bro.
You
know, like the watches, those brands, like the Rolls Royces, the cars, and like all that stuff like that. These brands are going to see the money. Why would they not? Why would they not use it? We're moving towards a digital world. Like it's you
like
can't
whether
argue
people like
that.
it or not. That's just what it is. Like even think about Facebook, like how they're even changing the name of their parent company to Meta.
So they took a huge step forward.
I was gonna say like
they
how
put out
big
their
was
video
that?
about the metaverse and all that.
Yeah, and you know, people call us crazy until something like that happens, and then people are like, "Oh, dang! Like Facebook's doing that. Okay, like this is real. Like this is happening." You know what I mean?
And like Facebook is coming out with their own like glasses, and I don't know if they're gonna be like metaverse related. Eventually, they probably will.
I'm interested
Apple
to see how that glasses
come out
thing
probably will. Soon.
Yeah.
Microsoft, they're already working on it with HoloLens.
Apple maybe hinted at it. Yeah, we were talking about that last time. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like all these big companies have so much money, and they have the teams to build things like this. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's going to take a long time. Like this is definitely like a couple years down the road. You know what I mean? So we're super early for sure.
I was going to say to get to like a mass scale and like where to the point where it's like more Ready Player One-esque. Like that might take a while, but
people accepting it is a huge thing, man.
Yeah, really but I feel like the kids are gonna like accept it pretty easily.
The kids for sure. The older school people, it's tough, man.
Wait. So
even hold on. Let me say this. He was talking about renting.
Yes,
I don't know. Can you consider like people buying land within the metaverse? Is that like somehow NFT related or no?
Yeah, because Sandbox. Do you know what Sandbox is?
I actually do.
Yeah, I do. So I was gonna say like they're
very
already
recognizable brand already for the
metaverse stuff like within.
They're the biggest metaverse right now. That's like
I thought
the most build up.
No,
Sandbox is.
Oh,
as far as I know, as far as numbers and things go, as far as brand collabs, huge collabs with Sandbox.
That's like the Minecraft
one,
right?
That.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, so it also helps because most computers can run it. as well. It's not like a super like, you know, graphic intensive game where you need like a really good graphics card to run it.
Yeah, it's
You know what I
Minecraft.
mean?
Wait, and you can buy
But-
land like from like the sandbox or whatever. Is that
Yeah.
how you say, or do I sound
Hey,
old
someone
like when
trying to
people say the
face
Facebook? So you can
That was
you
funny,
can
bro.
buy land
No,
or whatever.
Yeah.
Through OpenSea, like you were talking about, where you buy other NFTs.
Correct,
That's
yep.
why
So
I'm like, are those related?
There's this huge map, right? And you can put a picture on your land.
Wait,
So
can you put it up?
come-
Can you pull it up on your screen? Is that possible? I want people to
yeah,
see
give
this.
me a second.
Hold on, I got a
Yeah,
question for
basically
you
these-
actually.
Spit it.
Like why? Okay, so I was actually watching a video before this on like Decentraland and Sandbox. Why is it so expensive to buy a plot of land right now, especially when it's so
Okay.
early on?
How do I share my screen? I'll explain that while I'm
So
showing
at
this.
the bottom it shows
Screen.
screen, like on the left. I believe
Yeah.
that's it.
There we go,
Hey,
bro. This looks like an
this man got
NFT.
the nice. Yeah, he got the nice.
Can you see it?
What
I-
type
I
of
also
monitor?
heard-
What type of display?
I got a 240 hertz monitor. I don't know if it matters. 'cause it's just
Golly.
sharing
Nah,
the
it doesn't
screen,
matter
bro,
at
but-
all, bro. It's gonna-
So you see Atari? Like I'll use this as an example.
yep.
Atari bought this plot of land to advertise their company. All of these
Bro,
plots of
Atari
land.
is still relevant.
I mean, they're trying to be. I guess I don't know. Anyways,
That's
like
so
these bigger,
disrespectful that he
these
just
bigger
said that.
plots
I'm
of
not gonna
land
lie. I don't care
are
about.
worth more.
Mm-hmm.
The bigger plots of land are worth more. Like Atari bought this huge piece of land. Like you can see it clearly when you zoom out. So this map is huge. Like obviously, like Binance bought like a huge plot of land. So your question was, why does it cost
Why is
so
it
much?
so expensive?
Yeah, so
I have a response to
the
that,
big
too.
ones are super expensive for an obvious reason. This is huge for marketing. You click on it, and obviously, like you see the picture, you think of the brand, and you could advertise like right here. You know what I mean? Like visit site. I'm not gonna go to that site, but you could literally advertise your company, and that's huge because people see the potential and how big this is gonna get. These big plots of land are going for like big bucks, obviously.
But how
those
is it,
are worth a
how is
lot.
it thousands
All
of
right,
dollars? How,
can I
how is
try to
it tens
explain
of
it?
thousands of dollars?
Can I try to explain it?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's because people know like the type of world that we're going into in terms of like VR, AR, like metaversal type concepts. So you might think it's expensive now,
But in the future,
but like 10 years from now, 20 years from now, like it's probably going to be way more. I will say that it is like somewhat a gamble in the sense of like you might be buying land on a specific platform and that platform might not be around like later.
Mhm.
I
I remember them saying
but
that.
I mean
too.
that's kind of yeah, but it could still be worth it because like you don't really know for a fact. So I feel like this is also the benefit of like becoming financial independent or like getting closer to financial independence because then it's like you can afford to take these kind of risks because if it doesn't work out, well, I mean that kind of sucks. But if it does work out,
It's a move. And
yeah, you're really running up a check. But I was gonna say too, like especially when we're talking about all these signs already of this already happening, like we were talking about with like Microsoft HoloLens, like potentially the Apple glasses that might come out, the Facebook glasses, Facebook already getting into Meta, NVIDIA with their Omniverse, like all these different concepts are already like becoming relevant and like people are hearing about this more and more. Like I feel like it's only gonna have more value over time, especially because like if you really start living within a metaverse, and this is what I was talking about when it comes to land, like it's not just like buying land and just having it. Like there's gonna be a bunch of stuff that you can do with the land, like cultivate things or build like amusement parks or whatever, like rent out your land to people in the same way that we have like physical real estate here where it's like like being able to live on a certain plot of land or whatever, but like you might not own it or you can't afford to own it, so now you got to rent if you want to stay there. And then even when you're talking about like the art perspective of NFTs, like if you have like a house within like a metaverse, it's like now you can have these like NFTs on your wall in the house and all that. So that's my take on it. I don't know if y'all want to expand on it more.
I just want to know how big, how big is this plot of land could you build an amusement park on this plot of land? Like, how big is it virtually?
You would have to probably buy a big plot of land to be able to have a decent sized amusement park.
Like, how big is the smallest one
different
here?
sizes, pause.
Is that like one I can stand in? Is that it?
There are some cheap ones. Obviously, like
a
not
1 by
super
1,
cheap,
bro.
but, like,
1 by
there's
1
small plots of land that aren't that expensive. So
I feel like
These are
it's gonna be
the
the same thing as real life though, where it's like, yeah, you can buy some just like trash ass land if you want to, but
yeah.
the higher value land is gonna be in the more I don't know how you say, like attractive
Populated.
or like more affluent neighborhoods where there's actually like stuff going on. Like if Atari is still relevant or popping or whatever,
But
respectfully,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna say that they're not.
Yeah, and they can
Nah,
sell
they're
it
not.
at
That
any
can be more
time as
valuable.
well. Yeah. You could literally see like the last person that bought it, and like some people were advertising on Twitter, like, "Oh, this is my plot of land. I want to sell it," and like they care because it's like an influencer, and they're like, "Oh, I want to own his plot of land or whatever," you know.
That's so
And like,
crazy.
I don't know, and like, I guess it's tough to like explain because it's like I don't know.
I just want to know
They
the
can
whole
still- digital
It's still being
ownership
like
thing
built
is
out.
crazy.
Like the whole
Yeah.
like potential isn't like it's still being built like as we speak.
But like
you
you
know what I
like
mean?
like that
Yeah, then there's
that piece of land Atari had. Like how virtually big is that piece of land?
I honestly haven't spent too much time in the sandbox game.
Bro, you gotta play the game to
but
find out,
it's
like,
Like
actually
a 1x1,
yeah.
bro. What pixels, bro? Like I'm trying to figure out how big that is.
Oh, okay, yeah. You could look it up on YouTube. I'm actually not sure. I haven't really played the game enough.
Because I want to know
I mean, it
if
looks
I
pretty
was to
big,
buy,
pause.
if I was to buy like some of this, what can I really do? Like, do I need more if I want to build a house or even rent it out? Is it like worth it? That type of stuff. And my next question too, like, how come? Why can't they build an infinite amount of land?
Oh, I mean, well, obviously, when they made the game, you know what I mean. They have like a set supply, like similar, like if you make a token, you know what I mean. Like it's all
Yeah.
built in the code, and they all have it set. So they have a set supply, and they have this set amount of like the big and the small lands. You know what I mean?
So okay,
Like,
That's what
right
makes
here
it
on the
valuable.
side-
The scarcity probably of it.
so
Like Bitcoin, kind of.
yeah, scarcity is a huge component in crypto and in NFT is huge.
so everything here is based off of like the blockchain or Ethereum. So they don't have like they had to pay for all of this land already, and they have to auction off this land to other people to pay for it. Is that how?
Well, like when they originally make it, it's not like they're really like paying for it themselves. They pay a fee to like add it onto the blockchain, blah blah blah. But like that's not really that much compared to like how much this is actually worth. So it's basically nothing. It's like pennies
That's why I'm confused
compared
on
to
why
like
it
what
wouldn't
it's
make
actually
more.
worth. I mean, obviously, like you could create a product and it could be trash. You know what I mean? Like, but this is like a huge company that has been building for a very long time, and they've executed nonstop. I mean, they've collabed with so many big celebrities and things like that, and I think like they have the biggest chance for like onboarding like the masses because they're the most built out metaverse as of right now. And like I was saying, the graphics are very acceptable. It's sort of like similar to Minecraft. It's easy to digest. Computers can run it easily and things like that.
So they just
Wait, Joel, your question is why can't they just build more?
yeah, like why can't they build a
Man.
bigger map or a big? If it costs like pennies, like why can't they just build like?
Well, they probably
Well,
could, but they're not going to because
Yeah.
of the scarcity factor. Like the fact that they, I'm not sure. I haven't read their white paper or even really looked into them heavily.
yeah, that's also what I was gonna say. You could
Yeah.
read their white paper if you really want to know like their
reasoning
roadmap
and
and their
stuff.
goal behind the whole thing. Yeah.
But the benefit would be to make it like big enough that they can attract like enough users and enough people that want to play,
That makes sense.
but
Mhm.
small enough that there's still enough scarcity to make it like more valuable.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's a smaller supply and a high demand, obviously, like the price is going to go up. People are going to want to compete for it.
Yeah,
Why
they're
would
not
they
going
wanna-
to just constantly release more land. Then they'll look money hungry, and it's a really bad look for the company, and it's bad for the ecosystem as in general.
But they probably will. They probably will add more land to it.
It depends how big it is, like how it gets. Like if everything gets overpopulated, then
And
yeah,
you
I'm
might
sure
have,
they would
you
do
might
that.
have to vote on it too, though, because isn't that how most like crypto
Yes,
projects
that's also
work?
what I was gonna say. Hell
Yep.
yes. Hell, heck
Yeah.
yes.
Did you
Yep.
want to speak on that?
Yeah. So a lot of these are through voting systems or governance.
Yeah,
And
crypto
it's not-
projects in general.
Yeah, it's not a lot of the whole decentralized thing. Like you get to vote on like 99% of like pretty much everything is voted for. Like they don't simply decide to do anything. Like everything is voted for. So basically, if this game got overpopulated and there's all of the land was sold, like everyone was fighting over land and it was unhealthy, they would be like, all right, let's have a vote. Like, do you think we should add more land or add a separate map? Like anything like that, you know what I mean? Because then we'll start building and working on that. But until like it gets to that point, like right now, everything looks healthy and good, and things aren't really too over expensive. Obviously, these big plots of land, like people are realizing how valuable they could be, if the sandbox gets really big, there's a lot of eyes that are going to be on your company, and like this huge red Atari logo and this link straight to their company right here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's really valuable. How valuable to you is advertising? People spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on advertising. Does spending $100,000 on a plot of land on a game that could have so many eyes on it, and you keep it consistently, does that really sound so crazy when you think about it like that? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I was gonna say too,
The
that's
potential's
like,
huge.
back to the voting thing, like that's one of the benefits I feel like of like decentralization and why crypto is so big on it, because it's not just like one person that has like full control over everything. Like even if you're the creator of like the project or whatever, like it's still like you can't just move however you want to move. There's still, like you said, like that governance, that voting system. It's very kind of like democratic. Although I don't know if I think it's like necessarily the most equal system, because obviously like the more like tokens or whatever that you have, the more voting power you have. So it's still going to be kind of like the richest people being able to run it. So I do feel like that's somewhat of like a flaw within the idea.
It definitely could be. I feel like some of them are set up differently. Like, if you're like a huge holder, or you're like a whale, like, you know, like a millionaire or whatever, and you hold a bunch of the supply. Some are different in the sense of just like the number of people that vote on it, and you know, so I guess like every platform works a little bit differently, but majority of them are just simply votes, like overall votes. It's not just like who has more power or whatever. But I have seen some that go off of that.
So are you saying, I don't know, I've never participated, but for example, like with stocks, right? Like from my understanding, like if I like I feel like my voting power, or like the impact that I have is relative to the amount of shares that I have. So if you have like more shares than me, then your vote will kind of like count more.
Yeah, so honestly, like there are some like decentralized like companies that I've seen just not fully like for example, right? Like the overall majority of people voted for option 1, right? But they ended up going with option 2 anyways. I've seen that happen where like, you know, so it wasn't like a super reputable crypto company, blah, blah, blah. Like they were already like a little iffy, but then they went and did that, and that like absolutely destroys a community where like an overall majority of people voted for option 1, but they just didn't do it and they went for option 2. Like it absolutely killed the project, and they lost so much respect, and it was not worth it.
The benefit of that is
it was
like
an
people
NFT
would just
project.
leave. Like they would just leave if that happened.
Yeah, they're like, oh, so like they don't respect us, they don't actually care, blah blah blah. Like
and value their land.
I think what happens, or at least what can happen, is they'll do like a fork, like a soft fork or a hard fork or something like that. I think they call it. Where like if there's not like a certain level of agreement, then it will kind of just like split. So the people that want to go this way, like with option 2, have the opportunity to go that way, and people who want to go with option 1 can go that way. And you've like seen that happen with like other stuff before. Maybe like more serious matters. Like that's the difference between like Ethereum and Ethereum Classic, I believe.
Yep. Yeah.
Is it the same?
The original
thing with
one
Bitcoin
got
and Bitcoin
hacked.
Cash or no?
I don't understand the Bitcoin Cash situation, but I do know the Ethereum one, that it got hacked and there was a lot of issues with the original contract and everything. So they completely forked it over to the new one, but they still have Ethereum Classic that you can purchase and trade. I don't know why, to be honest. Like people still buy it and trade it, but it's like nobody uses it really though. I understand. I don't think anyone uses Ethereum Classic.
No one really, but I'm gonna take that Bitcoin one back, because I think maybe Bitcoiners are like more proud because they've never had a moment like that. I think I've heard that before too. So
definitely
let me scratch that.
I'm so uneducated on like Bitcoin Cash and stuff like that. I don't understand it, to be honest. So never really cared or looked into Bitcoin Cash, to be honest.
Where do you get your information from then, just in general, like as a source for people listening to the pod?
Mostly just experience. Honestly, like it's so important to network in crypto. It's so ridiculously important. Like I remember I got 10K for free just because I was friends with someone who was friends with a developer that they knew was like super legit and was doing a free airdrop for a token. Just because I was friends with this person, I made $10,000 for free off of a completely free token airdrop.
That's crazy.
Just from networking, crazy. I had met this guy months prior, and I kept in contact with him, and we just share ideas and blah blah blah, bounce ideas off of each other, right? Like, oh, this might be a good project, blah blah blah. And it was one of the best connections I ever made. And like, I met him on Twitter. And you know what I mean? And then I paid for a group that he ran, and I stayed in close contact with him, and it really paid off for me, obviously. regardless if I made money off having a friendship with him or not, like just knowing other people in crypto and bouncing ideas off of each other is so valuable. Like, because there's so many variables and there's so many things that you might not know, or they might know the developer, like they might know his background of something that I'm purchasing, but I didn't know him at all. Then he'll warn me or give me a heads up that I'm making a good decision. You know what I mean? Like they know the person personally, etc. So
you say like
yeah,
Twitter or
networking's huge.
Facebook like as like a means?
Twitter mainly.
Discord.
I don't use
Discord.
Facebook, but yeah, Twitter leads into Discord. Telegram's not a place where you network, but Telegram's where you can get like join a group and you see a lot of information. It's kind of like WhatsApp, like they just kind of post announcements and notifications. But yeah, Discord's huge.
Do you
can
have some
DM
groups?
people on Discord, and I joined a bunch of groups. I paid for a few, and I joined some free ones. Yeah.
Do you have someone that you, some groups that you want to give a shout out to for that maybe people should consider joining if they want to learn more?
Honestly,
He said, honestly, join
have
my
you heard
group, NubdubCrypto.
So the Wealth Squad, I don't know if you guys have heard of those.
No, I'm not familiar with any of these crypto things.
Okay, so he's actually a stock and options group, but he posts crypto calls as well, and he's incredibly accurate, to be honest. Like, props to this dude. And he's just a person that buys and holds. He buys the blood. When he sees something's on a discount, he buys it, and he buys it aggressively. And I've always been a huge fan of that approach, because I'd say like 90% of people shouldn't be traders. I learned that the hard way. I'm definitely not a good trader. I'm practicing it, but like as far as like putting a lot of money into trading, I don't do. I like buying and holding, and then I like giving things time and watching it. If it dips and I believe in it and I have conviction in it, I buy more. That's just how I play it, and I've learned the hard way that I shouldn't trade with leverage in crypto. Not a good idea for me. Absolutely.
We're definitely going to
we'll
talk
talk
about
about that more
analyze it.
later.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that more later.
I don't know how you
Yeah.
analyze
Wait,
it.
sorry, real quick, since you still have like the sandbox thing up, do you know that website people?
I actually was just about to close it. That's funny you said, yo, my bad. I couldn't see my webcam, so I was just
But
like...
do you know that website that people use? Like, I saw it on someone's like Instagram story recently.
For what?
Where they were like, "Oh, this is the website that we use to like help us find the value of land, like within like Sandbox and all that." Yeah.
Well, on OpenSea, I was kind of just looking through where you can view the value of the land here, as far as.
But I feel like it wasn't just like in terms of saying what the price is, but like how to like actually value it, like the other tools that people use, like maybe in terms of like scarcity and all that.
See, I'm not sure as far as Sandbox goes because I'm not too heavily involved in it. I do believe in it, but I haven't honestly, like, I still feel like the metaverse and things are super early, so I haven't took the investment to buy land and things like that yet, to be honest with you.
Yeah, let me know when you do it. I'm about to do it at the same time.
You know, it's a really tough call because I do feel like we're super early and we're in that period of like, oh, companies are announcing that they're building metaverses, like the hype, and like there could be like a really big dry period where people just don't really care or things aren't progressing as fast as they want and people start getting like, you know, scared in their investment, and maybe it's possible, you know what I mean? Obviously I believe in it heavily, but I'm not sure how early we are. You know what I mean? Like I feel like the true metaverse is years out. I know Sandbox is a built metaverse that's already ready and good to go. But as far as buying land, it's a lot. It can be really expensive to buy a good plot of land. So I don't know if I want to invest in that right now.
Do you think it would make more sense?
Long term.
Do you think it makes more sense to buy land in these metaverse protocols, or do you think it would make more sense to just buy like the token?
It's definitely situational. I feel like for the person, if you want to hold, I think land is amazing because there's also potential you could flip it kind of fast depending on like, you know, hype and how fast like a company is building something or whatever. Do you know what Axie Infinity is? The fighting game, the biggest crypto application as far as like money and revenue goes. Mm-hmm. So they have land coming up, but they already had a land sale, but for some reason it's not usable in the game yet, which is like a really weird system. But anyways, I'm interested in buying land in that game if I can mint it and not buy it like for super expensive on the resale market. Okay, so when you mint an NFT, it's when you originally put it onto the blockchain. So you're paying for the gas fee to put that NFT onto the blockchain, like on Ethereum, you know what I mean? So you'll pay the gas fee to put that officially on the blockchain. So if I'm minting land, I'm officially buying it and I'm paying that gas to put it on the blockchain, and then it's going to be deposited into my wallet. That's what minting is for NFTs. But yeah, so if I wanted to mint that land, I'd be super interested in the Axie Infinity land. It's the #1 game. And I think that it's going to do really well, but I don't want to buy it for an insane markup on the resale market, just because it's a really expensive and big investment and something that I haven't put a lot of money into. So there is risks, but even if I believe in it a lot, the whole comfort thing of me just like sitting with it, I'm not sure about yet. You know what I mean? I haven't took the plunge and put a couple $1,000s into it yet. You know what I mean?
So if I wanted to buy land, I have like some Bitcoin and not Bitcoin. How do you buy it? How would you buy it in general? How would you connect your wallet to this application?
So you would use any wallet. Obviously, MetaMask is the biggest one for Ethereum. It's literally just a extension for Google Chrome, and you just click connect at the top right of a website, and then you connect your MetaMask, and then you click a little button that says mint, and then you accept it in your wallet. Then you send the transaction through.
Wow. Okay. So if I have something like, can I do that with Coinbase, or do I have to get this MetaMask?
So Coinbase is
wallet, right?
Coinbase is adding a NFT marketplace.
Okay.
I don't think you're going to be able to mint on the app. I'm pretty sure it's just a marketplace like OpenSea, for example. Like people don't mint on OpenSea. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So
No,
you would mint on their website. Okay. So like if I'm a project, right? If I'm Sandbox and I release it on my website, you would mint it on the website and it gets deposited straight into your wallet. And then from there, it's viewable and tradable on OpenSea, but it's not like I go on OpenSea to mint a project.
That makes sense. It's like the viewing place of it.
Wait, so are you saying that you can buy something on OpenSea and then you go to like the actual website of like the
minting comes first. Minting comes first because that's when you're originally putting it in your wallet and into the blockchain, right? And then that's when it becomes tradable on OpenSea, because OpenSea just takes whatever's in your wallet and makes it tradable, and that's the marketplace that they built.
So it's already minted if it's on OpenSea?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
So the stuff in my Coinbase or stuff in my BlockFi is not minted.
Well, you don't have
NFTs
on there.
No, I don't know.
It's just specific to NFTs for minting, yeah.
So if Coinbase adds in this like whatever this is, like the NFT like marketplace, then I can mint.
Yeah, so you would mint it. You have an option to put the extension for Coinbase on Google Chrome, but I usually do not see that on websites as an option.
Okay.
Usually I just see MetaMask pop up, so I'm not sure if that's going to be more of like a, like once they release the marketplace, like they make that a thing where Coinbase wallet is accepted at like all these websites. Maybe it's integrated the same as MetaMask, and you can click MetaMask and it will recognize and open up the Coinbase wallet, because sometimes that happens.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I don't use that extension. I haven't tested it at all. But if it's in your wallet, like it's an Ethereum wallet, so you're going to be able to send an NFT from one wallet to another anyways, and then you're going to be able to go on the Coinbase app and use your wallet like that.
So let's talk about this, because we still haven't had like our intro to crypto talk. So we'll have to have that next week. But I mean, since you're already here and you're already talking about wallets, can you explain to them like the difference between like having a wallet versus just like buying something through Coinbase or Gemini and keeping it there?
Okay. So how about I talk about like Robinhood?
Yeah, that's a great one.
You guys,
that's great.
That's an even better example. Yeah.
So you guys know Robinhood, right? Obviously.
No, never heard of it.
No, I've never heard of that.
So Robinhood is the biggest free trading app for stocks, but they also have crypto. They basically, you do not actually own that crypto because you don't actually own the wallet to it. They are going to release that eventually, they said, but people in crypto say not my key, not my wallet, not my crypto. That's basically what people say. But I just know Robinhood, you cannot send that crypto off of it. It's stuck on there. You can only buy it and sell it. So
it's basically an
you don't
IOU
own those
type
coins.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't really own those coins. Like they're really not yours. So that's so different from like a decentralized wallet like MetaMask. It's not on a centralized exchange like Robinhood, obviously. Coinbase is a centralized exchange, and you know what I mean? You can freely trade and exchange on the MetaMask, which is literally just a extension on Google Chrome. It's very different from, you having to verify your information and things like that on the Coinbase app. A lot of people don't want to be tracked and things like that. And, I respect that. And that's why decentralization is a huge thing. So those people will not dare touch Coinbase. but it is one of the easiest ways to onboard, like the masses and regular people to just put their bank information onto Coinbase and to send it. You can send that crypto to a decentralized wallet though as well.
Yeah.
So you do
Can you
own
do that with
the
Robinhood?
crypto in Coinbase. You cannot send crypto off of Robinhood because you do not own it. It's
Okay.
buying and selling, and that's it on Robinhood. They, like I said, they did say that they were going to release crypto wallets. So that's what they claim. We'll see if they actually do that, but that'd be pretty huge, to be honest with you.
Yeah. But yeah,
It'd be
so
a Coinbase competitor at that point if they could release enough, cryptos and things like that.
yeah, so it sounds like with Robinhood, basically, you're saying like you wouldn't even be able to send that to like your MetaMask wallet or a cold wallet or anything.
Correct. On Coinbase,
Whereas,
you can.
Yeah, so with Coinbase and Gemini, it's still a similar thing where you don't actually own it yet. Like they're technically the custodians, but you have the ability to actually like truly own them and move them over to your wallet. So like you said, you can actually transact with them through like this decentralized apps or dApps as they call it and all that. So that's how you can actually buy like NFTs and go on like OpenSea and do all that stuff.
Yeah, so
because you can't do it
now,
if it's just on Gemini.
Yeah, as of right now, you would need to put money into your MetaMask to interact with like websites like OpenSea, to like buy NFTs and trade them and things like that. I could do like a little rundown of like OpenSea and the website if you guys want.
No, you definitely should, but hold up. For my Coinbase app, I can send money from my Coinbase.
Bro, throw that away, bro.
I can send.
I love Coinbase.
I can send.
You don't fuck with Coinbase?
No, I do.
No, but
I use it. Yeah,
I like Coinbase.
But I can send money from my Coinbase into like if I make a MetaMask, whatever. I don't know what it would be called. I guess a wallet.
No, that was right. The MetaMask wallet. Yep.
So I can
MetaMask
send money
wallet,
there. Like from my Coinbase wallet to my MetaMask wallet, I can send money like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
cool.
you literally just click
you have to pay
withdraw.
a fee for that.
Oh yeah.
Dang,
So it's I mean, hey man, I saw a mint today, and the fee for the gas was $1,800 just to mint it. I also got to show you guys like some of the issues with like minting and things like that. I don't know if we have time, but like I'll definitely run through it.
About, since we already talked about wallets, we might as well talk about this.
Bro, we are milking you, Josh. I'm sorry.
The difference between a cold wallet and a hot wallet, or like cold storage.
So like a hardware wallet, or a So like a hot wallet would be literally this. Like, I have my MetaMask chilling right here. It's ready to go crypto, actively traded. Don't need to really do too much. I have my hardware wallet right next to me, but it's literally a physical like USB drive basically. I have to click buttons on it and accept it to do any transactions, to send it, or anything. You know what I mean? You can't just click a few buttons on your web page and send it. So this would be a hot wallet ready to go. Your cold storage or your hardware wallet, which is way safer, because I actually know a lot of people do get hacked and things like that. It's seriously a big deal. My most expensive NFTs I have in my my cold storage or my hardware wallet. But yeah, that's literally the difference. One's way more secure and you need to accept it physically for anything to go through any transaction.
Yeah, so it's way more secure, and then also it's not actually connected to the internet. So that's part of the reason why it's so secure. So it's harder to.
I love my ledger. Like I actually feel super comfortable, and it's like if you have a long-term hold, it should not be sitting in a MetaMask wallet, in my opinion. It's just like there's literally no reason for you to like have that risk out there if you don't have to. If you have a digital footprint whatsoever with your seed phrase, anybody, if you get your computer hacked into,
they don't know what it is.
What is seed phrase?
Crypto. So a seed phrase is basically a 12 to 24 numerical or just a bunch of words. So 12 words or 24 words or whatever, and it's just random words in a certain order. So if you get that code and all of those in specific order, you can log into your wallet at any point. You don't need a password or anything. That is like the password. Like that is the key to get into your wallet. So if I log into a computer, I add MetaMask into it. I could click import account, and then I could put my private key or my seed phrase into here, and I could log into that wallet. And if I'm a scammer and I have access to your computer and you have your seed phrase in your wallet, all your crypto's gone. I'm going into your wallet and I'm stealing it and sending it. I've seen people lose millions of dollars on Twitter, and they basically, there's scams where people will share their screen, and there's actually a QR code in your settings, which I'm obviously not going to show you, that you can scan,
Don't do that.
and you can log into your MetaMask. These
That's
people,
cool. You can blur it out, bro.
Nah, stop.
these people have lost millions because they'll go on a fake support chat where they're sharing their screen and they'll show that QR code, and then boom, like all their crypto's gone. They thought that they were on call with a legit support team. They were sharing their screen trying to troubleshoot, and they're just tricking them into showing their QR code and things like that.
The new age of scammers is scary, man.
Yes,
No,
sir.
it's terrifying, dude. It actually is. But if you had it on your ledger, they can't steal your crypto. You have to physically confirm all those transactions.
Hold up, real quick.
So-
What ledger would you recommend? Because now I'm thinking about.
Wait, hold on, hold on.
Ledger is a version of a hardware wallet. I haven't tried a Tether yet, so I only have tried one. So I can't really recommend like either or.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I do like my Ledger wallet.
Ledger. Yeah.
Yeah, it works. It does
But,
what I need it to do.
Yeah, I was just gonna emphasize on the part about the seed phrase. Like, you have to keep that very, very, very secure.
Yeah.
So like,
It's like my lock screen.
I showed it on. You said what?
My lock screen, like the wallpaper.
Yeah. Just keep it on there.
All right, cool.
Yeah, we straight.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I showed it on like season 2, episode 1 of Welcome House, where I had like I forgot what it's called, but basically it's some like kind of like indestructible little like rectangle thing where I store my seed phrase, and it's supposed to be like fireproof and all that. Some people like keep their
Yeah, it's
seed
like
phrase
metal.
like people keep it like in a safe or something like that, but you definitely don't want it to be like very accessible. So, and if you're gonna share it with anyone, it better be someone that you like truly trust, like your spouse or something like that.
Yeah, nah, I wouldn't even. Nah, no.
Dang, not with your spouse?
Nah.
But so, all right,
My
so what
crypto
happens?
wallet?
What happens
Bro,
if
that
you?
ain't like a bank thing that you could reverse, bro. My crypto wallet. Nah, she sends it to her wallet. I'm scuffed. Like, I'm done, yo. Ain't no fighting that.
Dang,
nah, I
bro,
ain't
what
sharing
about-
that.
Imagine that you hear on a call with
Never
tech
share
support.
your seed phrase with. Never share your seed phrase.
But
with
what
anybody.
happens when,
Nobody,
like-
bro.
What happens when she
Nobody
needs tech
dies,
support, bro?
If
they
I
ask you for
die,
the
I'm
seed
gonna write that
phrase.
shit in my will.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
a-
I'm not saying you gotta give it to her just like
Okay.
off the rip, but I'm
Nah,
saying
no, I feel you, bro. If I'm
yeah,
alive
like
and well,
because
though,
that's what I
I'm-
thought about
nah,
doing.
nah.
I'm like, I'm gonna just put that joint like in my will or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like like a code to the safe that has all the information in it.
Yeah,
like
because
explaining
there's-
that I would do 100%.
There's real situations like that where people have died and people were not able to access, like the state or like the family members were not able to access the wallet, bro. Because literally no one can help you at that point.
Yeah, I
Once
have
it's
all
gone,
of
it's
my
gone. It's just
seed
locked out of
phrases.
existence forever.
I have them all physically written
That's
down.
crazy.
I have them all physically written down and stored safely. And like, if anything happened, I'm sure that they'd be able to find it. And I have like a guide basically explaining what it is.
A little map,
Just in case, you never know.
a treasure chest.
Basically, I have like 7 Solana wallets where I just have a bunch of random NFTs, and like, you never know, like some of these random
Yeah.
things could be worth a lot one day, but like some of them aren't worth anything, and then they're just chilling in a wallet. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know.
Joe, I'm not gonna lie, this has never happened in Wealth is Health podcast history, but I have to pee.
Wow.
So I'm gonna step away.
Well, if it makes you feel
Hey,
better, we
I'm
have 5 minutes
gonna
left.
show you OpenSea while he's away because I've showed him this already.
Yeah, hold on. I got a question. While you're showing us that, what is
Okay.
your if you care to share? What is your most
Mhm.
expensive NFT?
Um,
Or
Let
I
me
guess
show you.
any crypto. Like, what is the most you've put into a crypto?
well, this is my most expensive one that like value wise. So I bought this 4 months ago for around $300. I have it listed at 9 Ethereum, which I don't know if it would sell.
9
but-
Ethereum. Okay.
Yeah, but the lowest. So this is the pudgy penguins. They're these cute chubby penguins, right?
Uh-huh.
And I have the Star Eyes, which is one of the most rare versions of it. There's
Aren't they
only
all Star
22. Yeah, they all. These are
Ah.
all. This is for the specific attribute.
Okay.
So so NFTs are cool because the attributes are very important. So basically, right here on the side, attributes are literally just like like the hat or whatever, the different things on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is my most expensive one.
Damn, I miss everything, huh?
I have it listed at 9 Ethereum. I don't know if it would sell for that, but I think the highest sale on these was like around 7 Ethereum, maybe 8.
How much
okay.
is that in US dollars at this point in time?
No, so 8.8 Ethereum was the highest sale of the Star Eyes. So I think eventually mine could sell at 9 Ethereum. So I'd say this is my most expensive NFT, especially if it actually sold at 9 Ethereum, which is like 40K. So
I have so
I
many
have listed
questions,
for-
bro.
I have it listed and it's on my hardware wallet. I call
did
it
you buy it
Nubdub's
for?
Vault. $300.
$300.
I know, that's amazing.
Yeah, but I bought this 4 months ago. I believed in it. I bought it when nobody really cared about it. It blew up. It got big. Transferred it to my hardware wallet 2 months ago. Just letting it chill, and I have it listed. And if it sells, it sells. I'll be super happy. I would probably go as low as like 8 ETH. If one has already sold for 8.8 ETH, I think I would probably get a sale at 8 more realistically before things like pick up again with this collection.
So what is it like? So what I'm really curious about is how do people make this art in general? Like, I know people are saying like it's like resource intensive to actually make like
Adobe.
That's what I'm thinking though. Actually, like
so for example, it's like generative, and they'll make they'll make the hat. They'll make all these like attributes separately, and then they'll basically generate it because there's 10,000 of them. The 10,000 in the collection usually. This one has 9,000, for example. Nobody sat here and individually made all of these.
Oh, they're random?
They're all like generated, so they all have like their different attributes that are made separately, and then they'll just kind of like put them all together. All the different colors, all the different hats, all the different eyes, and everything like that. Like it'll be basically generated.
Is this how most of them are created? Most artworks?
Yeah, like 90% of them are generated like that.
So
correct,
that like monkey one that I saw someone buy, that one is the same thing. I don't know. That sounds like it's right.
If you said monkey, it's
yes.
most recognizable one. Yeah,
that one right there to the left with the yellow hat on. So
Does he? You own that one?
Absolutely not, bro. I'm saying like,
how much is it?
That's definitely not the right one too.
How much is that?
No,
someone read that price.
It sold for 54 ETH 13 days ago.
All right, man, that's incredible. So,
but
that's the same thing though.
Like, what was your question?
So this is all randomly generated. I saw someone bought one of these.
I can't speak for the Bored Ape team. Not sure, but I'm pretty sure that's how they did it. Every team does things a little bit differently. I don't want to. This is obviously like a big one.
It's huge. Yeah,
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it was a generative one. Yeah.
Wow.
That'd be my guess.
But
I'd have to look into it before claiming that, though.
Do you know how much it costs for them to make something like this?
I'm not sure. I've never made a NFT collection, but if I were to ask for a developer to do like all of the coding and all like that work, usually people are paying like $5 to $7 grand to like get an NFT collection like up and going.
That sounds like the best investment you can make.
Yeah, a lot of people are going on those websites like Fiverr and stuff like that and paying people like 5 to 10 grand roughly to get a NFT collection like set up and go. And like they set up like the website, they set up like the whole like minting process, any coding that they might have to do with like, making the collection and things like that. And you kind of just give them the idea and some like, things to go off of. But yeah. Honestly, though, to do like a really good NFT collection, like it's a lot of work. Like you need to like have multiple team members, you need to have like people for support. You need to actually be building stuff, like or actually having like a goal. If you're doxxed, which if you know what doxxed is, like people like see what you look like, they can find you where you live, kind of thing. Like they, your identity is not hidden. It's pretty risky if you would ever try to like, release a collection and then like not support it or like, leave people hanging. You know what I mean? Like people will come for you or you will be in deep shit.
Wow, they'll come for you.
You will be in deep trouble, bro. I'm telling you.
Really? It's like
bro, trouble?
Bro, I'm telling you, bro.
Wow.
Now, the thing is, crypto people have a lot of money, bro. That's the thing. So they will.
Yeah, and people get scammed left and right in crypto. Resources. They're used to it. But I'm just saying, like,
good with the internet.
If you make a collection, like, you're gonna want to like actually be working on it day in and day out, and actually put like utility and things like that, and like actually make it like interesting or worth it for the community to hold and keep.
Wow. Okay.
Nobody's gonna hold these to these ridiculous prices if you're just like a team that just like
it came
does
up with
anything.
nothing. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, if you want to buy something on here, right, and you want to pay less gas fees, have you tried using Polygon instead of Ethereum?
Yeah, Polygon doesn't have any like big exciting NFTs that drop on it. There's Zedrun, which is really big, and basically, you can use Polygon on OpenSea, and you could buy it with a card. So it's actually pretty seamless and easy.
Buy it with a card?
Yeah.
Like my American Express?
Yeah, I don't think my information's going to pop up here, but...
Bro, I'm not even going to risk that. Bro. I'm not showing this.
View fees. $4 in processing fees. That's literally nothing for Polygon. That's awesome. But yeah, you could literally just use your card. It's through MoonPay, which is just like a processing that uses a card for crypto. transactions. Like I can buy Ethereum on MoonPay and send it to my MetaMask with my credit card.
Okay. So when they upload it here or whatever, like they have to make it like I don't know how it works. Like, do they make it like Polygon compatible or something like that? Like,
See,
or
like
could
I've
you
never
use, like,
released
ETH
a
or
project, but
Polygon?
like whatever chain you built it on, you know what I mean? Like if you built it on like Solana, for
Mhm.
example, it's so cheap. The transaction fees are basically nothing. It's just literally like fractions of a penny to like mint things, or it'll cost like $2 at most to like mint it. And then like Ethereum goes super super high. It's insane how high it goes.
The reason I was asking was because like since Polygon is a layer 2 to Ethereum, like I was wondering, so like if I see something like on OpenSea and like it's priced like using Ethereum or whatever, I'm like, can I just use Polygon instead? Like, is that a thing? But you're saying it has to be.
The
it would have had to
Polygon
have
collections
been
are
built
based in ETH price.
Bro, there's gotta be some. My internet is garbage because you're both talking at the same time.
So like this Polygon it's
God.
ETH on Polygon, so it's like wrapped. So it's everything on OpenSea is literally just based in Ether price. So yeah, if you were to buy this, you would have to like basically, I think you would bridge it over technically to Polygon and wrap it.
Okay.
And you could do it pretty seamlessly on their website, but I do think you have to pay a gas fee to wrap your ETH. But if you were to just buy straight up ETH on Polygon with your card, I'm pretty sure the fees are way less. But I have really no experience buying these because I'm just not interested in Polygon NFTs. They're just not big. They're not respected as much. I think that games will be like this D-Race Horses and Zedrun. Like people are legitimately putting thousands of dollars into this game and playing it. The reason why I believe in like metaverse games and NFTs that actually are being used in games is because it's different. People are actually using it like actively. It's not like it's just like a bear market in crypto where people are just trading and selling tokens. Like people are not going to stop playing these games. You know what I mean? It's so different from like just normal buying and selling of tokens. Like people are playing these to earn money in these games. And, some people make a living off playing some of these games, which I could also explain that as well.
Wait, can you hear me?
Let's do it.
So Axie Infinity, I showed you this one time we met up.
Oh my God.
You actually can't.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, bro.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because I don't know if my internet
is like freaking out,
bro. Because I don't know if my internet's working or not. I don't know if my internet's working.
Am I alive? Somebody pinch me. Am I dreaming?
No, because I was gonna.
You struggling? You good, brother?
I think I'm good. Yeah.
You think you're good?
But I was gonna say though, we're definitely running out of time.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
But we'll skip this part then about the working for. How about those questions you had written up?
I mean, that was really the questions for me.
Oh, for real?
No,
okay.
bro. This man is just trying to end it as quickly.
Well, I mean, we are over an hour. We're not even on like the crypto part itself. That was basically like the metaverse and everything, which was sick.
I came here to talk about NFTs mainly, so I think I did pretty good.
No, you did a great job, bro. I definitely appreciate you coming on.
I could talk for hours on end about it.
I know
you
can.
Definitely not enough time for all of it.
Plus, that whole like the really beginning part of like the intro, I'm like, all that is getting cut. Anyways.
No.
All right, fine, whatever. If you want to leave it, you can leave it. That's on you.
What I will say.
But I was gonna say, the last like probably big question is like talking about your biggest wins and losses. This is crypto and NFTs.
We couldn't skip that part. No, I'm just playing.
No.
Okay, so some of my biggest losses are in this wallet right here. So these bear market NFTs, I spent about 3.5K on them right now, and they're basically worthless. I took
like combined. You're saying all of them?
Yeah, like all of these ones right here. They could eventually do well, but huge L. I basically took a complete gamble. This guy was making comics for the New York Times and things like that, and like people kind of cared about him. He had a cool little story. I was interested. I thought the NFTs looked decent. I was like, whatever. Like, and this was when I was like really caking up off NFTs, so I was just kind of throwing money around. Got a little carried away. Bought way too many. Could have just bought a few, but I bought a bunch. That was one of my biggest L's for sure. And
wait, and why did you buy them again, you said?
Because I liked the story. of the guy who made it. His name is Hams, like that's his like Twitter name or whatever.
Nice.
But yeah, he like makes legit comics for newspapers and stuff like that. And you know, like I talked to him directly and stuff like that. Like I wanted to support him. I got a little carried away because I actually like really got like emotionally invested in it, and like I really liked it. And I just got too trigger happy. Yeah, I got too trigger happy. So yeah, I spent $4K and they basically flopped, like completely just not worth anything. Like there's literally like they're basically $0. See, like dude, yeah, that's so bad.
But
and it's under a cent.
Though.
Yeah, they're worthless.
They look
like,
cool.
worthless.
Are you gonna hold though? Are you gonna keep holding?
I sell
Diamond
for $0.
hand,
I might as well
Diamond
just leave it in
hand,
my
baby.
wallet at that point.
That's facts.
But pretty much everything in this wallet right now is dead or just a complete flop. These aren't doing well anymore.
That was cool though.
Yeah, I spent over $1,000 on those. Those are pretty much worthless. So I probably have like 6 to 7K worth of losses in this wallet. No, way more. So these right here.
Way more.
These right here, these name tags, it was a company promising a lot and delivered a little. And I spent so much on gas fees that I ended up probably investing around 5K in these. And these are pretty much worthless. So I'd say my wallet, this wallet right here alone, has probably 11 to 12K worth of like just complete losses. Because this I spent 0.5 ETH on 4 months ago when they were super hot, super hot. So that's half of an Ethereum, and these are pretty much worthless right now. Like, yeah. So yeah, this wallet has about 12K easily worth of losses. So those are my biggest losses for sure.
Wait, so you're saying 12K in the sense of that's what you spent, or that's what they're
yeah, that's what I
altogether?
spent, and they're just not worth pretty much anything. So yeah, around 12K. And then I have my Solana wallet, which I have some L's in here as well. I made many
this man
wins.
is being real. That's crazy. I like that.
I made a lot of wins off of Solana, but diamond handing definitely got the best of me. So these geckos, they went as high as 60 Solana floor, and now they're at 10. I bought them for 5, and I basically held it all the way up to 60 and held it all the way back down. But I got an airdrop for a couple items along the way, which I ended up recouping around $10,000 worth of value because I sold those. Thankfully, I sold them. Like everything that I took a win on, I actually sold. So you know.
Wait, what is an airdrop?
Sorry about airdrops. Are literally just a free reward for holding or for like interacting with like a protocol on crypto. Like people will just airdrop you free tokens to your wallet. In this case, if you held 4 of these, you would get a airdrop or a free NFT. So I got 2 airdrops and I sold both of them, one for 5K, the other one for 5K. So I made $10,000 off selling those. So yeah, I took an L not selling these on the way up, but I'm still technically profitable right now. But not selling is a huge issue for me for sure. Things move so fast. It happened within like a few weeks. And it's just like I just didn't expect it to go down that fast. Solana NFTs went down like really heavily. So yeah, it was super risky. I made a lot, and then I also took a lot of L's by not selling. So kind of like indirectly lost money. Do you know what I mean? Like I didn't like sell for a huge loss, but like I also didn't sell when they were profitable.
Is there a way to like basically like utilize stop losses in a way of
no.
if the hold on,
like
let me
you could
like
list
this,
it. Okay.
So like if the price is continuously like rising, like so let's just say for example, like this will not be a good example, but just to make like the numbers easy. So for example, actually you probably can't because someone will just buy it from you. Never mind. But what I was gonna say was, if something is worth like 10 ETH, for example, and you're just like trailing it up, so you're like, all right, like maybe it's priced at like 10 ETH or whatever, but then you're willing to sell it for 8. But then I was like, nah, because then someone's just gonna buy it from you for 8. Whereas like with stocks and options and trading crypto or whatever, like you can like trail things up. So like as it's continuing to climb, I'm just moving my stop loss up. And then when it ends up dipping back, I'm still selling at like a very profitable position potentially.
Yeah, technically you could set a stop loss, like, but not if that NFT like already the floor is way higher. Like if you list it lower than what the floor is, it's gonna sell right away. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's why I was like,
Yeah.
I guess you couldn't do that because
And people
someone's
have
like
bots.
actively trying to buy it, and they
People
can
have
see
bots
it. That's the
that
thing.
will automatically buy it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't just like set things on like a timer to like sell or whatever, etc. So like yeah, like you just if it's listed lower than floor, it's gone. Like it's instantly selling.
Damn,
So
I don't know if I could like compete in this marketplace.
bro, it's really
That'd be tough for
scary.
me.
And the
Yeah.
reason why I've taken losses is because like you get greedy and you want to keep holding because you really just don't know how high or how low things are gonna go. So and a lot of it isn't just greed. It's also like you really believe in it. Like you're also like, I really do think this is gonna do well, but then like a lot of things happen or
Bro, what is
change within that time period and things can
Some
crash.
mutant ape, right?
So yeah, this ape. So this is an example of me taking profit and then immediately regretting it. I sold this for, well, not immediately, but so I sold this for a 1 ETH profit 3 months ago.
One
And now the floor,
ETH?
1 ETH profit. So yeah, I made like $4,000 on it or whatever. And so 3
And
months
now it's
ago,
10 ETH?
that was good because, you know, the floor actually went lower than where I actually sold it. So see right here, you can see on the blockchain, I sold it for 6 Ethereum. I bought it for 5. So I made 1 ETH profit, right? And now the floor price for this specific attributes that they have is like 9, but this is like a 3 months hold. Okay, well it's actually 10. So if this sells, I potentially missed out on like that huge gain, but I didn't want to hold it for 3 months. Do you know what I
So
mean?
that would have been it would
have been a good hold, but I was too
money.
scared to hold that expensive of an NFT.
Yeah.
I did not want to hold an NFT that I could sell for 6 Ethereum at the time, and I knew it was going to be a good hold. But you know, this is my NFT that I sold, like this exact one. You know what I mean? And so yeah, like that's an example of like I took profit, but then I
paid
regret it.
20,000 for that.
Whatever I paid 5 ETH, whatever that was at the time. So right here, I paid 4.97 ETH, which you could literally just click on it, and so I paid $23,000 for it. Yep.
Jeez.
And then I sold it.
And now it's worth like.
And then I sold it for 28.
40.
Yeah, and then you know, ETH value went up a little bit, so I was happy with that sale, and now it's selling for over double what I bought it for 3 months ago. Like that's a long hold, you know what I mean? So
no, it is.
So
yeah.
are the attributes like
rarities, basically?
And they're not dependent on what people like. It's just dependent on what.
No, it is also, but it's also rarity in general. But like people will not buy it if they don't like the look of it. So it's different than buying a floor NFT. If you want to buy a floor NFT, who cares? You're just buying the cheapest one. You don't care what it looks like. If you're buying a rare one and you're forking up extra money, you care what it looks like. You want one that you genuinely like. Like these collectors, like people are collecting pieces of art that they like. A lot of these mutant apes, I don't think they look that good. If I'm going to choose one that I actually genuinely like, because a lot of them have really ugly or weird looking attributes, like I'm going to nitpick and I'm going to pay a little bit more to buy one that I actually genuinely like the look of. And I want to be happy that it's in my wallet and to hold it. So yeah, a lot of these are ugly in my opinion, but they're just
ugly.
I feel like that's the
wild.
point of them, right?
Well, yeah, they're supposed to be like creepy, but like some of them just like I genuinely don't think look that good. Like I think some of them look awesome. The details are sick and I like them in general, but they're so different from each other that if I'm paying a lot of money, like I'm gonna choose one that I really want. Personally.
Yeah, if you're paying 20K.
And that's what. Yeah, I mean the cheapest one now is 6.23. So yeah, $28,000 is the cheapest one.
That's
so these are crazy. Yeah, these are crazy. I love them. I think they're awesome, but I think some of them are wicked ugly, to be honest. I don't like them all. But yeah, like rarity is important, but also the collector and who's buying it's important. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna just buy anyone if they're
so you're
rare.
investing in basically the artist, not just the art itself.
Yeah, and the brand, the artist. Yeah, so the Ape Yacht Club brand.
What I meant, but yeah.
No, exactly for sure. The Ape brand is just insane. The Ape Yacht Club brand, just insane. The Bored Ape Yacht Club brand, dude. They're the biggest NFT. I think they could potentially flip CryptoPunks as far as like value goes.
Oh wow!
I'm pretty sure CryptoPunks
That's
the floor is like it's potentially just because like a lot of people just think these just don't understand the historical value of these. And I think like in the next like 10 or 20 years, like what happens if Bored Ape like is such a big powerful brand that people care more about them than the CryptoPunks? I mean, who knows? Like they have a lot more likable things going for them as far as like, you know, people who weren't around like and just don't give a crap about CryptoPunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
it's possible, but yeah, definitely excited to see where things go in the next 5 or 10 years.
Well, what about your biggest wins? Did you talk about that already?
I kind of did ask
not.
when you were in the bathroom. Like, well, I asked him what your most expensive one was, so I guess it's not your biggest
Oh,
one.
that's why you're okay. Yeah,
Probably that Mutant Ape, and I sold a couple other things.
What about not even just NFTs, but like crypto in general? Because you had some big.
Nah,
ones
I think we should talk
on
about that
coins,
for
right?
in the crypto episode and not the NFT
Yeah, we'll do
one.
a crypto episode.
So you're gonna be here for the crypto episode.
I was about to ask if you would do that.
I'm down.
I didn't know.
I'm
All
down.
right,
I'm
yeah,
down.
that's why I was asking like all those extra questions because I'm like he's probably not gonna be here for that, so we might as well just ask him right now. Word.
So we're confirming that you
so
can
stay
come
tuned
back.
to part 2.
Yeah.
I'll just do a few of my biggest wins right here. So I bought this for like under 1 Ethereum. I sold it for almost 2.
Nice.
I bought this was probably my biggest win, to be honest. So how much did I buy this for? 0.29 ETH, and then I sold it for 3.49 ETH.
Yo,
2
that's
months
crazy.
later, for a 2-month hold, I felt really good about that. I think that was one of my best, cleanest wins as far as NFTs go. That's a lot of money.
Do you
That
know if the
is a lot
price
of
of
money.
Ethereum went up as well? Is that like easily reflected?
you can find out.
It says displaying current value. So like,
Oh, okay. That's actually
right
cool.
now, this 3.49 ETH would be around 16K or whatever. And 4 months ago, I bought it for. Well, this is the current value. So I bought it for like under $1,000, basically, and then I ended up selling it for over $16,000 2 months later. So that was a huge win for me.
That is insanity.
If I sell this Pudgy Penguin, though, this will easily be my biggest win. I spent 300, and if I even sell it for anywhere near 8 Ethereum, that's my biggest NFT flip easily.
How do you
And you
price it
have
at
it
9?
like on the market, right?
Yeah, this is you could buy this right now. Yeah.
How do you price it
So
at
you
9?
are you saying that me and Joel should go halfsies on it?
Nah,
imagine?
I don't know as far as an investment goes, but like I do think this is gonna sell though. I really do.
Joel, you better move your BlockFi to
Nope.
MetaMask right now, bro.
No, not a chance. But I was saying,
Nah.
how do you price it at 9? Like, how do you know 9 is a good value for it?
Oh,
he can do
simply
whatever he
from
wants,
the
bro.
rarities, and
I
you
guess
can
so.
list it at whatever you want. But I'm going off what it recently sold for
Hmm.
for the Star Eyes, the specific rarity attribute. I have the cheapest one listed on the market right now for 9.
Dang.
And the highest last one sold for 8.8. So I know that people are willing to pay. Like this one sold for 8, this one sold for 7, 8.8. So I already damn well know that like my $300 investment is worth 6, 7, 8 ETH. Like I already feel great. Like I have it listed at 9 though. And I could lower it. I might,
Because you're
depending
greedy,
on
okay. Yeah.
No, I mean
No, I'm messing.
with the collectibles market, like you really have to like, if it's worth that, you have to list it and keep it firm.
That's valid.
Or you're going to lose a lot of potential profit just undercutting and listing low, People do that in like collectible market for like Pokemon cards and shit and stuff like that too. So
Got yourself.
Yeah, that's right.
sorry.
was
But
good.
yeah, like it's tough because it's what other people value it, right? So like, it's a lot of like mental, you know what I mean? Like, oh, like, are people really going to pay for this? Like, do I really believe in this? Is this a good time to sell it? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things you have to think about.
So-
And emotional quarrels that I go through.
Would you say then
NFTs.
would you say this is a stressful field to be in?
As far as just being like a flipper, yeah, I mean, it's really, really risky.
Yeah.
As far as like making a collection and like, it can be stressful because there's a lot of pressure that people put on you constantly, like all day, every day. Like if the floor price is going down, like you're going to get messages, like people are going to complain about it. This used to be over a 4 ETH floor, and now it's at a 1 ETH floor. And like they have people constantly complaining and like, ripping them new ones in the Discord. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Not
So-
ripping them new ones,
I
yeah.
know.
Shit.
That's crazy.
no, like, yeah, dude, like people put a lot of money into it. You know what I mean? And they're like,
Yeah.
do something. And it's just like, it's crazy. But being like a actual owner of a project, it can be really stressful for sure. There's a lot of responsibility and people are expecting a lot from you. But yeah, it's stressful trading NFTs for sure too. A lot of regret and things like that for sure.
Okay, awesome.
So basically selling that one Pudgy Penguin thing will cover all your losses.
Oh, easily.
for
Yeah.
NFTs?
100%.
that's
Because
crazy.
I've only invested, I'd say like straight up my money, like 20, 25K ish, right? And then if I sell this for over 40, like I'm like whatever I had lost or potentially lost profit wise, like I don't even care. Like I'm covered, you know what I mean? And so yeah, because I did sell some of my Luna to put more money into here. I remember telling you that one day, but I did end up selling a lot of NFTs and buying back into Luna slowly because I started realizing that like if the crypto market pumped and I wasn't like, you know, making out well on that end as well, then I'd have a lot of regrets with like selling all my coins. So I did end up picking up some more, which I so happy I did, obviously. But yeah.
All right, well, that's awesome. Well, yeah, we definitely have to end this. We've been talking so long.
We can talk more off if you ever guys want to.
Yeah.
Oh, no, sure. That's crazy. All right, well, if you can still hear me, can you still hear me?
I'm like, all right, why is Joel not
Why am I always gone, bro? All right, I'm moving home tomorrow, so can you hear me now?
Man.
Yeah, you sound like the Verizon commercial. Can you hear me now?
Yo, that's great. Accuracy. Hey, yo.
All right, but nah, Josh, thank you very, very much. Like, this definitely opened my eyes to what's possible. I didn't
the crypto expert.
Yeah, I didn't even get to dive too deep into like the communities and all that stuff, but hey, man.
Well, we can do that during the crypto episode.
And if people want to hear more about what you have, they can follow you on your Twitter.
Yeah,
right?
NubdubCrypto. Yes, sir.
NubdubCrypto. So we'll definitely leave a link to that.
Please.
But
in the description.
So we're gonna have you back though to talk about
anytime, dude. I could talk for hours. As long as you guys guide me in the right direction, because I could just keep rambling. You know what I mean?
That's crazy because
no, seriously.
Let me say this. That's crazy because I want to do like the crypto fundamental stuff first, but then because we kept asking you already, like, oh, can you be on? And we already pushed it back like a week or two, or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever. I'm not just gonna like push it back again. So we'll just have them come for like just the NFT episode or whatever.
I had a good time.
But I feel like it would have been better to do it the reverse way, like talk about like crypto in general first, and then go into NFTs.
I mean, you guys have to edit it and stuff, anyways. I guess you could technically release it.
I was just thinking about that too, and we have an episode we still have
totally
to
up
release
to you,
as well.
unless you wanted to.
I don't know. At the same time, people can just skip to the crypto fundamental one. I don't know. I don't think it's that serious.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. I had a good time, though. I love talking about NFTs, dude. It's fun.
Yeah, yo, thank you for... I feel like we were bombarding you with questions, so thank you for being patient with us and answering.
I get questions all day. Like, I basically get paid to, like, talk to people and do support and stuff like that. I enjoy it. They're good, dude.
Awesome. Oh, well, we'll definitely have you back on, because I need to hear more about this crypto thing. But you definitely
I'm very honest. Clear. It's not all profit, guys. It's, there's not all sunshine and rainbows. There's a lot of wins and a lot of losses. That's for sure. Just want to say that. A lot of risks.
I will definitely follow my man, NubdubCrypto, right?
Yes, sir. NubdubCrypto.
NubdubCrypto, and we'll see you back on the next episode. Thank you very much again, and we'll catch you
all right, guys.
Peace.
It's been good. See you guys.